Let's all welcome Mommy Ginger Arboleda. Woohoo!
Hi, Rose. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Rose, for inviting me to this show of yours.
So, Ginger, our tradition kasi in Money Lessons with FQ Mom is we ask our guests to share with us yung kanilang childhood money memory. So, pwede ba share mo rin sa amin yung childhood money memory mo?
So we never really talked about money, no? I think ang pinag-uusapan lang namin is sinasabi ng mom ko na parang save, no? You always have to save. So that's the extent of basically like talking about money. So when it came to like nung 20s na ako, as in late na talaga Rose in life, no? So when I was basically handling the family business, which was a food franchise, doon ko na-realize na parang ang daming utang, no, like credit card debts. So na-shock ako because I never really like understood like what debt was for, ano ba yung mga interest, no. So doon na ako parang doon namulat yung mata ko, which is I know super late already in life, 'di ba? 20s doon ka lang doon mo lang naintindihan about like interest, debt, no. So I'm sure it wasn't that big because obviously it was for the business, 'di ba? Pero like coming from not knowing about anything, it was like a huge shock for me. Yeah.
Aha. So, mga 20s mo ka na nagkaroon ng kamalayan, kumbaga, no? Tapos, Ginger, there was a mention kasi that in one of the articles I read about you, that you gave up your corporate blazer to become this mompreneur. What were you doing, Bob, prior to becoming a mompreneur?
Oh yeah, I was a banker actually, no. So I was in the bank for almost 7 years. I was handling corporate accounts, corporate clients. I was a part of the product team of a bank here in the Philippines. So I was developing products. I was managing products for corporate clients. So my background was really creating solutions for these types of clients, no, businesses.
And then after 7 years, when you decided to be a mompreneur, were you already I mean, syempre mom, ano? When you decided to give up your corporate job, were you already a mother?
Yes, I was. I actually, okay, what happened, Rose, was nalaman kong buntis ako noong 2010. So I got married 2009. And then
Mm-mm.
2010, we didn't plan for a baby kasi. So it just happened. But then that particular baby, we lost it. No? So we lost that first baby of ours. And then
Oh.
I had some complications with my pregnancy as well. So, as in, I underwent chemotherapy for that particular complication
Really?
because that
Oh,
complication
wow.
happens to, yes, that happens to only 5% of pregnant women all over the world. So sabi ko,
Oh my.
swerte ko naman na lang sa akin pa yung complication. So,
Oh my.
after that, we tried again noong 2011. And that's when
Mm-mm.
we had Zika in 2012. So when I found out I was pregnant in 2012, that's when basically I thought of my life. I really wanted to focus on the baby, on my child. So that's when I tendered my resignation. So doon ako nag-resign. And when I
Mm.
resigned, a lot of people, lalo na yung pamilya ko, di ba? Hindi pa nga yung like kung sino-sino lang. Yung family ko
Mm.
was telling me, sigurado ka ba dyan? Kasi like my dad, funny
Yes.
because my dad is an entrepreneur and my mom was a
But
stay-at-home mom, no? Oo, siya pa yung dad ko pa yung, you're letting go of a stable income ha, mahirap magnegosyo ha, mahirap nang wala kang steady source of income. So, yun yung nangyari. So
Oo, alam mo,
that's how
ganun nga
I.
eh. If you leave yung steady, corporate, even promising job, no? Yan, na-experience ko rin yan eh. May mga clients ako, talagang nung na-shock sila, ito nga yung mga typical lines, ha? Ikaw, magiging housewife ka na lang. Ganun eh.
Yes, correct,
Ganun.
oo.
Yan yung mga salita. So, and really, it is a daunting, di ba? It's a daunting decision to make also. So, how was it during your first few days, let's say months, or I don't know, even years siguro, when you were already out of the corporate world?
So I was still in the bank when I was actually starting to create workshops. I don't know if some of you know that I have Manila workshops as my first
Manila
business. So my first,
workshops.
yeah,
Yes.
my well, not my first business kasi marami na akong businesses before that, but my the business that I really wanted. No? So I was doing like some workshops on the side when I was a banker, but I never really registered it pa, no? Hindi pa siya talagang serious
Mm-mm.
business.
What
I
were
think
these
it took me
workshops
a while.
about? What?
It was about like videography,
All
blogging,
right.
all of these things.
Mm.
So the reason why I created these workshops is I wanted to know kasi also for me, like what type of business I wanted to get into.
All
'Di ba?
right.
So marami sa atin we're thinking of ano ba yung negosyong isa-start ko or papasukin ko. But I knew in
Mm-hmm.
my heart that I really wanted to start a business but I didn't know what. So ini-invite ko yung mga friends ko to talk about business, to talk about their
Oo.
business so that makikinig din ako together with yung mga attendees and then I will then see kung ano yung gusto kong business. And then um when I realized na after like siguro 3 workshops or 4 workshops that this was what I wanted to do. I wanted to create workshops to help people who were
Wow.
in the same situation look for that business that they wanted to start. So that's how it started. That's how Manila Workshop started.
Ayun. And then, tinutuloy mo pa ba 'tong Manila workshop?
Yes, correct. Manila Workshop. So right now, after the pandemic, actually, like before the pandemic, we decided we used to create workshops kasi that was B2C. So business to consumer, meaning nagbebenta
Yes.
kami to end users, no, to end users.
Yes.
But before the pandemic, we decided to create workshops already na more B2B. So
Mm.
our clients are now more businesses, so we create workshops for them. We create workshops for their organizations, employees, and users as well. So that's how the model is right now. So it's still there. So we're servicing some corporate and government clients.
Okay. So ngayon, ang big baby mo in terms of your business as a mompreneur is Taxumo. Tell us about Taxumo.
Yeah, so Taxumo naman, it's a tech business, no. So kung naririnig niyo yung mga tech startups, no, like
Mm.
Facebook, 'di ba? Yan yung mga malalaki na ngayon, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
um it's a tech-based business because we use technology to scale. So
Yes.
Taxumo is basically a software as a service. So it's a
Mhm.
software that anybody can use to pay their business taxes. So our market are usually mga freelancers, individuals, sole proprietorships, small business owners, mga MSMEs natin, no? Who want to file and pay their taxes online. So you
Mm.
don't need to have any accounting background. The reason why we started this was because of my own pain point as well na hindi naman wala akong accounting background even if I work for the bank, no? Iba ang taxation, 'di ba? I'm sure you know this,
Yes.
Rose. 'Di ba? So
Tama yan.
iba talaga ang
Ulitin natin
taxation.
yun, ulitin natin yun, So, Ginger, you found this common pain point ng lahat ng
Yes.
nagnenegosyo, 'di ba, 'no? Para bang sabi ko nga kanina when I was introducing our topic, it's not necessarily because we don't want to pay our taxes. Hello, let me reiterate that. We should all pay
Correct.
our taxes no matter who you are. Okay, but since
Yes.
it is not that easy, alam mo, sabi nga dati ng isang friend ko na nagtrabaho sa US, sabi niya, mas madali daw mag-file ng taxes doon. Parang puwedeng-puwede
Mm-mm.
mong i-DIY dito, grabe. Medyo ang daming mga kung ano-ano mga iko-compute mo. Ito. So there are so many things that a lot of people don't want this already in their headspace. They just want to focus
True.
on what their business really is. So now enter
Yes.
Taxumo. Papaano ito? You mentioned about a software, di ba?
Mm. So, okay, taking from your point, no, ang mga pain points kasi ng usual taxpayer dito sa Philippines is one, hindi nila alam, no, or very complicated ang tax tax forms. So they don't know how to basically fill it out and all of these things. Even if meron naman ng system sa BIR, but it's not that hindi siya layman's term na okay, madali lang
Mm.
ito fill out, no, if you're not an accountant.
Mm.
Next is if you're gonna pay, sometimes you really need to go to the bank to line up, submit all of these forms. Another one is that if you're in business, alam natin to, and a lot of you people who are watching, we get into business because of the passion for something, di ba? Or because you already saw that purpose for starting something. For example, gusto mo mag-bake, hilig mo talaga mag-bake. So you go there, you start a business because you want to bake, but then you tend to forget na, ay, meron pa palang mga admin stuff like taxes and compliance that you need to fulfill. So no one really is there to hold your hand and say these are the things that you need to do, diba? So that's where we come in. No? That's where Taxumo comes in. The software is basically just inputting all of your income and your expenses. It automatically computes for your tax juice na, and in a click of a button, you can already file and pay your taxes online. So we have also partnered with a lot of these payment providers so that you can choose whichever payment channel you want to pay
Mm.
via pay with, no? So ganun
Yeah.
siya, that's how it goes.
So what you're saying is through Taxumo, pwede ka nang mag-compute, pwede kang mag-file, pwede kang magbayad without going to BIR, without having to hire your own accountant. Tama?
Yes, pwede. But you can also still, okay, that particular statement, no, there are still people who are not comfortable doing it themselves, no. So sometimes
Pa
they
rin.
still hire an accountant, for business, basically to ask for advice, because that's what
Okay.
accountants are for. Really, no? Accountants are there to help you manage your businesses effectively, diba? Like for example, what are the decisions that I need to make? So sabihin sa'yo na, okay, maybe you can do this next year or you can do this next month, cut down on
Mhm.
this, add this, diba? So that's what they're for. Hindi sila runners natin. Hindi sila taga,
Yeah.
pakipadala doon, diba? Or pakipadala sa bangko, pakifile dito sa
Pinapakina lang natin
Oo.
yon doon sa mga accountant natin. Pero may charge din naman kasi
Yes.
yun, 'no? O sabi ni
Yes. So we
168, tax compliance is everyone's problem. So gets na gets niya yung mga kuwento mo na pain points. So, paano naman sila, Ginger, if we have audience here who are mga nagsa-start ng business o mag-uumpisa pa lang, how do they get in touch and how do they are they going to be subscribers of Taxumo? Paano ba 'yon?
Oh, signing up to Taxumo is free, Rose. So you can just go to
Oh, okay.
taxumo.com and then you can sign up and see what's there. If you don't understand how it is, no, like for some people talagang pag taxes kasi may barrier na yan, parang hindi ko naintindihan kahit
Oo,
IT pa talaga, di
allergic.
ba? Oo, allergic. Ganyan din ako kasi dati. So, alam natin yan. So, all you need to do is join an onboarding session with us. We usually have it every week. So, just go to our landing page. Nakalagay naman doon, join an onboarding session. No? So, doon you can
Okay.
discuss with a corporate, with a CSR, yung customer service representative namin, who will explain the system. If you
Hmm.
have questions as well, there is a chat button on the lower right side of the screen, and you can just
Mhm.
message us. Whatever
Oh,
katanungan, no? So, sabi nga
mm.
ng mga customers namin, what they appreciate is really that we're the friendly face, no, that they can go to ask questions and to really see, paano ba gagawin
Yeah.
ito?
Tinatanggal yung intimidation about taxes. Kasi 'di ba, nakakatakot din 'yan kung halimbawa yung iba naman din na because of ignorance or hindi talaga alam, baka mamaya bigla na lang merong sulat si BIR sa'yo na, hala, mali yung pagbayad mo or 'di ka nagbayad, 'di ba, 'no? Baka mamaya ipasara ka. And sa mga moms out there who would like to be mompreneurs, push lang, 'di ba? Gano'n ba 'yun? Push lang
Yes.
tayo diyan. If you need any for your tax concerns, go to Taxumo. If you want to know more about financial quotient, just head on to our website fqmom.com. If you want to get a copy of any of the books, you can also purchase there. I'd like to see you on my socials. That's FQMom on Facebook, YouTube, Discumu, and the FQMom on Instagram. Meron din po tayong podcast. Any last goodbyes? Ginger?
Thank you. Well, thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you, Rose, for inviting me to your show. If may mga questions nila about like mompreneurship, feel free to reach out. If may ilan lang kayong gustong kausap, pwede niyo akong kausapin.
Oo, mommyginger.com. Okay, so there you go. This has been Rose Fresh Fausto, your FQ mom. Wishing you all a high FQ. Bye!